black stuff, I'm pretty sure used to go all the way down here to the floor. But it peeled up and this... Hey, it's December 26th. My name's August. Welcome to August Bus Build. Today we're going to clean out this whole front area. It's been wet for a little bit. We're going to try and dry it off and then sweep it out the best we can. And then we're going to throw in a floor mat so that maybe we can keep this clean and dry as we head into the late winter and spring. Should be fun. Let's get to it. I've got a nice pink towel to ruin. Dude, it's so wet. Can you see this? Can you see this water? Yeah, this is just from me walking in here. And I believe this wood down here that's operating as my floor currently, I believe it soaks up water, and then as the day heats up, it slowly lets it out and fogs up the windows, and I think that's where most of the water comes from. So we're gonna try and avoid that with the floor mat. Try and keep as little water on here as possible, because we already have a rust problem all over the bus. So we're gonna try and keep that to a minimum. Man, that looks so much better already. Oh, this side is more like dirty than anything else. Super dirty. Yeah, that's so weird. It must leak over there then. 'Cause this is dry. I never walk over there. Yeah, this is dry. Okay. I'd say for the most part the floor is pretty dry. What's weird about it is that the passenger side was more wet than the driver's side, and I no longer get into the passenger side, so I don't know why it would be wet unless it leaks. I do know that this wing leaks, and I'm gonna have to figure out a way to fix it. And a bunch of the other wings leak as well, so it could be that, and it could be just getting down here. But that's a project for another day. So now that the floor is relatively dry, I've got a broom, and we're going to sweep it out, and then we might even scrub it out with a spray bottle and a rag, because some of it's pretty dirty. So like this stuff doesn't really want to come off with my finger or the towel, but like some soap and a rag might help. And in this little crevice right here might help with soap and a rag in that one. Now that I've swept part of it, I can see where there are still more wet spots that need to be dried, so I'm gonna do that. I would say it's pretty swept out now. I'm gonna go see if I can find a rag and a spray bottle and see if we can touch up the more dirty places. I didn't have any luck for a spray bottle, but I did find a rag, and so I wet like a tip of it, and I'm gonna see what that'll do. So I'm gonna see if I can get this like dirt cleaned up right here. This dirt. Oh yeah, nice. The difference between where I've cleaned and where I haven't is very noticeable. I see that, all that stuff. Now clean. Clean. And all this other orange stuff is the little rust spots that I need to take care of. But definitely cleaning this is just gonna be a project on its own that I didn't quite anticipate. So I think I'm gonna go get a bucket with some like water, maybe a little bit of soap, and just grind away at this. So I'm gonna do a time lapse. Just speed right through it. Here we go. Okay, so as you can tell, this is looking pretty good. I'm sure there's still like more spots that I could grab that I missed. I'm pretty satisfied with where it's at. We're gonna do this side next, but I need to go get some food. This is crazy. Also, all this nasty stuff underneath the seat, I'm pretty sure was like, actually I might be able to show you. Yeah, there's like this black stuff right here. Ew, it's soaking wet right there. Oh, what? That's not good at all. That's not good at all. Oh my god. Okay, well, anyway, this black stuff, I'm pretty sure used to go all the way down here to the floor. But it peeled up and this... I just spilled this water everywhere. Okay, hold on. We got a mess to clean up. We're on damage control. Alright, well, as I was saying, that black little stuff that goes down to the very bottom of the chair peeled off, and everything that's left on that little hump is what I imagine like the sticky stuff that held it there in the first place. And as I was rubbing it, it would just come off super easily. So probably I'll touch that up at some point. But yeah, I definitely need some food, and I'll probably hit the rest of this tomorrow. This is turning into a much bigger project than I expected. Alright, hey. So it's been a couple days. The front has gotten more dirty, so we're gonna try and finish it up now. I wanted to get the rust out, but the stars aren't quite aligning how I want them to, so I could put my time into it. So we're just gonna rough clean it, throw in the floor mat now, prevent any future water getting down there, so maybe the rust won't get as bad. And then when the weather warms up, we'll put some time into it and clean up the rust. And I think that'll be the first area that I focus on, because it's smaller. It's easier for me to like wrap my mind around and be okay doing, not be overwhelmed. And then maybe we'll look into getting the work done back here. Let's get it. I think my main focus right now is just to make sure that it's not wet, so that when I throw the floor mat in, it's not just covering up wet spots and keeping it wet so that more rust can grow underneath. I think it's okay that it's dirty, because we can come back and clean it later when we get the rust out. This side is by far in way worse condition than the passenger side, and I think that's obvious why, but I mean, it definitely looks a lot scarier than that side is to clean up. I'm gonna have to rub it with sandpaper and just grind it down until there is no more rust in that area, and then repaint it and cover it up with whatever shiny stuff is that goes over the paint, unless that's not how paint works. I don't know, actually, so I'll have to do more research into that. Just cleaning it up, drying it off now, and throwing in the floor mat now is a better idea in my head than cleaning it a little bit, letting it get wet again, cleaning it a little bit again, letting it get wet again, hoping that it's dry enough for a couple days so that we could put in the work and paint it and de-rust it. I just don't think that's gonna happen right now, so we're just gonna chill. I think for the most part, from what I can tell, this looks pretty dry. So yeah, it looks pretty dry. I'm gonna go get the floor mat. Alright, so I've got the floor mat here. Alright, so this thing's huge. It covers up the entire front of the bus. This is it. This is the bottom side that's gonna go on the ground. This is the top side. So we have a spot for a gear shift hole, e-brake, little slice goes right through down this part, and then there's like a little hole right here for the heating pipe that runs up in the middle. And then on this left side we have holes enough for the gas, the brake, the steering column, and the clutch. It looks good, it feels nice. This bottom feels really grippy, but I guess we'll see when it's in. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. So I've got it over the gear shift. I had to remove this top part, which is really easy because it's kind of, the threads are a little messed up. Now I think we're just gonna have to like make sure this fits well. This probably needs to go all the way down. We're gonna have to go around the bus. So yeah, we have to situate it around this, the e-brake. I'm gonna need to pull this back out like this, I think, so it lays better. It's a Fiesta. Okay, so this is the brake one right here, and the gas one, I need to adjust it. That's good. Also, I gotta get it around that bulbous thing right there. It's gonna be definitely easier with two hands, so I'm gonna set you guys down. Hopefully you can still see. That looks a little jank. So I'm gonna have to get this somehow on the other side of that, and then around the entirety of the pedal underneath it. The pedal's just really long. Like you can see that this pole, this little pole right here, is for this little hole right here, and this just goes underneath. Everything else fits though, except for maybe the ball. I think my game plan is to do this backwards. So we're gonna pull this out from under here, how it is. Throw this around the brake. But pull this up. I might have to pull this whole thing up, so that we can go around the front of the gas like that, and then pull it back down and shove it under like that. Yeah, that works, dog. Now, the only jank thing is this ball, bro. Oh, hell yeah.